Well, there's a ton of speculation, and Andy's not budging on his position when he speaks, mostly because his parents will have something to say in this as well. But the truth is that he does have some idea of where he wants to go. The front runner is Cal. I should really say the state of California, but Cal specifically is where he'll most likely end up. He's made 3 trips out to California already to visit Cal, Berkeley, Stanford, and USC, all of whom run a type of pro-style offense that he's looking for. USC is a question mark because no one's sure if Matt Barkley will stay or leave after this season, and Shepard may want to see playing time right away. Stanford will be looking for a successor to Luck after the season, so there's another option. But Cal is the frontrunner because of head coach Jeff Tedford, who Shepard said he had a great time meeting. Tedford is a quarterback coach. He's coached guys like Achilles Smith, Joey Harrington, David Carr, and Aaron Rodgers. He hasn't had anybody of such a high talent in a while, and a guy like Shepard will be able to come in and instantly compete with Zach Maynard for the starting job.
It still blows my mind how much attention this guy gets. He's probably not even worried about what school wants him anymore. Stanford is just opening their doors to him. I'm hoping Stanford just knows I exist. But for the first time ever, there's a D1 scout in the stands. Coach sent a tape of my last game, and now a scout from the University of Buffalo is in the stands tonight. It's a start. It's a great start. But now, I've got to deliver. So here's the local scouting report for Izzy Jackson, the halfback and free safety out of Montclair High School in New Jersey. He has a rough start to this game as he gets stuffed in the backfield on the Wildcat play, and on the second play from scrimmage he only gets 2 yards, failing to break it to the outside. Then we see him on defense for the first time today, and he makes a great play from his safety position to come up and hit the quarterback on an option. A heavy hitter, but a bit of a problem that he doesn't wrap up. Here's where he worries me. He doesn't follow design or his blockers as he takes this design stretch play and takes it inside the tackles for a 2-yard gain. Here's a better example. He has 2 holes to choose here. One on the right-hand side where all his blockers are, and the one on the left-hand side, which is his cutback lane. There's an unfree defender on the left-hand side. He chooses that side and only gets a gain of 3 instead of possibly a first down. This time it's a stretch play to the right. If he follows his blockers and just runs straight ahead, he's got a first down on a blocker downfield. Instead, he tries to make the first guy miss. All the other defenders come off their blocks and makes a tackle before he gets to the first down marker. That unfortunately led to a loss of yardage and a failed third down conversion. Price makes the tackle. Back on defense, he shows just how effective he is stopping the run from the safety position. He always puts himself in the correct position and pursues the ball carrier perfectly. Here on this play, we get to see how he prepares for the run before the snap. Here he steps up to the linebacker level between the tackle and the tight end to fake a blitz. Once the ball is snapped, he backpedals into his coverage and sits where the hole is supposed to be. This puts him in perfect position to make the play on the runner. Unfortunately, he goes for the big hit instead of wrapping up and lets a 1-yard gain become a 5-yard gain. Here he does a great job of following the quarterback's eyes and making a huge hit on him, causing him to fumble the ball. He's a very natural run defender, very good at that, may be able to play linebacker at the college level. But once again, the big problem is that he doesn't tackle very well. Here he pursues the play perfectly, plays it perfectly, and has the running back dead to rights. Unfortunately, he doesn't wrap up, and instead of a loss, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. While tackling is one of his problems, his biggest issue is in coverage. Here on this play, he doesn't read the quarterback's eyes at all and just assumes a run. Because of that, he lays off of his coverage, his cornerback is on an island, he offers no safety help, and that's a very easy touchdown for the offense. Back on offense after the huge play, he finally follows his blockers and finds the right holes and just goes straight ahead instead of making a move on a draw play. But on the very next play, he goes back to his old habits and commits the same mistake. Here you can see where the hole straight up the middle is. If he shoots straight up there, he might have a touchdown. Instead, he breaks to the outside and then tries to come back in, and because of that, he gets stopped short for 3rd and inches. That unfortunately forces them to kick a field goal after the quarterback gets sacked on 3rd and inches. So now he's back on defense during the 2-minute drill, and here we see another example of poor coverage. The corner correctly plays underneath the wide receiver expecting safety help, but the safety plays too shallow and allows his man to get behind him for a huge gain. The opposing offense gets in the red zone, and being beat on a double move, he allows another touchdown to allow the opposing team to go up 14-3 going into halftime. After halftime, Montclair immediately gets a stop on defense, and Izzy Jackson returns back to the field on offense. After an abysmal 37 yards on 11 carries in the first half, Izzy Jackson immediately makes the adjustments that he needs to in the run game, and it's evident in the first 3 plays from scrimmage. You can see that he understands where his blockers are, finds the hole immediately, and hits it without dancing in the backfield. And on this play, he understands where his blocks are, breaks it to the outside, and immediately runs straight upfield. No dancing. That's what a guy with not a lot of speed and a one-cut back should do. This guy seems like a very coachable player because he clearly made the adjustments that his coach asked of him at halftime. Unfortunately, old habits don't die as he dances in the backfield again and gets tackled by a defender behind him. But he gets back to basics on the next play and runs it straight up the middle, shows off some of his strength, and gets in for the touchdown. A nice way to come back after a struggling first half. He gains more yards on that drive than he did in the entire first half. Here he is on a critical 3rd down and 20 on defense. He understands where the first down marker is and places himself in perfect coverage to make a play on the receiver, making sure he doesn't cross that boundary. And after their huge drop on defense, Montclair decides to continue to pound the rock with Izzy. Here you can see him using his eyes, reading the defense, understanding where his blocks are, and running straight towards the hole. There's no wasted motion, no silly cuts, he just makes the play. On 7 consecutive running plays in less than 2 minutes, they start from their own 37-yard line and make it all the way inside the opponent's 10-yard line. Because of his success running out of multiple I formations and out of the shotgun, the offense was able to keep the defense off balance and keep them guessing on what the play call was going to be. When they finally went for the pass, they were able to score. So here he is back on defense, now with a 3-point lead, and here we can see on this 3rd down play, he provides excellent safety help, hitting the receiver immediately as soon as he catches the ball. Credit to the receiver there. On this play, he understands the situation and doesn't play shallow in coverage. He finds who he should be defending and plays the end zone. Very smart. On 3rd down, he does the same thing. He understands his coverage, understands to protect the end zone, and the quarterback is forced to throw it out of bounds. And on 4th down, the defense stands their ground and forces the turnover on downs. Here's my overall assessment. He doesn't have a lot of speed. The college game may be a bit too fast for him at first. He's going to need to get stronger as well. As I mentioned, he's a one-cut back. He has decent vision, and when he's not dancing, he's effective. But I'm not sure how much he'll grow as a player. I believe that what we see here is what we're getting. I think he's better suited to play on defense than on offense. He needs to learn how to wrap up when tackling players, and he's a bit of a liability in the secondary because of his speed. He is an excellent stop runner, though. We've recruited better athletes than him, but none of them anticipate the run as well as he does. We could convert him into a linebacker, which I think is the suited position for him. There is something special about this kid, though. He's very smart and seems to be the kind of guy you want to coach. Whatever mistakes he made in the first half, he fixed all of them. If we offer a scholarship, I think it's on defense. Not sure about offense. On his physical ability alone, however, he's just a walk-on.